currently about 8:35 in the morning, and I'm so fucking tired. I don't know why, but this past couple weeks, I have been up at like 6:37. So early, and we go to bed at like 1. So I'm probably getting like 5 hours of sleep. So exhausted. Started this new job. Love it with every fiber of my being. But I'm tired. Okay? I'm not 15 anymore. I'll be 32 this year. And things are fucking up. I don't know why. Also, but I've been waking up in the middle of the night like cold sweats, like drenched. I don't know what's going on. I don't even sweat, so I don't know what the fuck is happening or what has made its insertion into me, but it's not okay. Other than that, things are going great. Good morning, world. It is not Thirsty Thursday, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not drinking a White Claw, which is fine, but it's only Tuesday. I'm like, speed this shit up. We gotta go. I need Friday again. And starting this new job, I have a set schedule, so I'm off weekends and, not to brag, but all holidays. But more importantly, every weekend. And so I have never appreciated a fucking Friday in my entire life. Like, Friday has never been so important to me. And this past Friday was actually my first Friday that I was like, oh my god, it's Friday. Like, it's actually Friday. I can post TGIF today because it's Friday, and normally I post it like TGIF, but it's like Monday. No, it's Friday. And I get the weekend off. It's my first weekend that I didn't have to, like, request, or that I didn't have to, like, call in and be like, guys, I'm so sick. So no, I actually just get the weekends off. I get to be able to spend it with my friends and my family, or whoever the fuck wants to come over. I get to do my traveling without having to worry about talking to my boss as to why I can't be there, or wondering if I'm going to get the day off. It's fucking gorgeous. So this was my first weekend able to sit and absolutely do nothing, or if I wanted to do something, I could because I'm off. So now that I have my newfound appreciation for Fridays, we also discovered my newfound hatred for Mondays, because Monday yesterday was Mondaying like no fucking other. I was sick to my stomach all day long. Love my new job. Didn't want to go to work. You know what it is I think we appreciated Friday way too fucking much, and we went hard. Okay, so my friend Kaylin and Sammy, or my friends Kaylin and Sammy, came over. We decided, hey, let's do some dinner. What do you guys want? Enchiladas or fish tacos? Chef me. They chose fish tacos because they had said that both of them, which is very weird. She's hella white and he's hella beaner. So I don't understand why neither of them had fish tacos. Like, he should have like tilapia tacos or Baja tacos, and she should be like filleting salmon. So I don't get it. But neither of them had ever in their life tried a fish taco. And so I was like, fish tacos it is. And I make this special sauce. It's so good. I don't know what it's called, but it has like mayo, sour cream, sriracha, lemon zest, lemon juice, pepper, tahini, all this crazy shit that nobody likes. Add it all together and everybody loves it. And it's so good. You can put it on your like Spanish rice. You can put it on your tacos. You can dip your French fries in it. You can just eat it like spoonful off the bowl, whatever. I'm trying to maybe see if it'll be good on hot Cheetos because, like, I'm not like a nacho cheese person, but that's as close as I'm going to get. Mish, shut the fuck up. These neighbors have roosters, and every single fucking morning they're loud as hell. And my dog sits right at the edge of the fence and just watches them. It's like he's hoping that these boards to the fence are just going to like break off one day so he can go over there and have a full 10-piece bucket. It's crazy. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we made fish tacos. This time we were getting a little crazy, for our appreciation for the weekend. And she was like, what do you want me to bring? And I was like, well, White Claws, duh. And then Zlante had this like bright idea to bring the dark liquor. So he's like, Hennessy and a Coke. So they drink Hennessy and Coke. They might have mixed a little pineapple in it too, because then Rebecca came over and I think her cup was orange. So I don't know what the fuck she had, but I think it was pineapple juice. It was pineapple juice. Wait, so we told that bitch to bring Coke. Where did the soda go? Not cocaine, soda. But yeah, so we're not used to I drink White Claws or some kind of fucking seltzer. And so I'm used to the seltzer life. And and I was drinking Ultras, and then I had seltzers, and then I think I had like a mix of like Hennessy and something, I don't know. But I'm not used to that shit. So we went hard, and we ended up like dancing in the living room to YouTube, and we played like Kelly's Shoes and like Drop It Like It's Hot and like Laffy Taffy, and we were like going back to like when YouTube first started. Then Vanessa showed up and she was like, what the fuck is on this TV? And I was like, girl, this is when YouTube first started, okay? When you were like not even born. And this is all we had, so we made do. So that was fun. I didn't sleep in that next morning either. Solante felt a little sick. But then we got over it, and it was St. Patrick's Day, so we were like, give me the green. And we had like some like chicken legs in the fridge, and so we were like, let's spark up this barbecue for no reason. So we did that during the day, and then his friend Monica, like, yay to new friends. She invited us over to her house for like a little St. Patrick's Day barbecue with her and her kids and her parents and all that stuff, which was fun. But then we decided, okay, we've already been binging on everything but White Claws. Why don't we just keep going? And we bought a 24-pack of Coronas. Every now and then I love a good Corona, but this was not just like a good Corona. I was like ready to get wasted off this shit. So yeah, I like deep-throated 10 of them before the barbecue was even done, before the barbecue was even started. And I was going to town, and I shouldn't have done that. Overall, we had an amazing time. We also ended up putting on like some 90s jams, and Solante gave us a Michael and Janet Jackson performance. I'm not sure which sister he was, but he did that. That was actually pretty funny because I like Janet Jackson, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not a fan of the Jackson 10 or 9 or however many of them bitches there are. But it was fun. I mean, they're kind of cool. I can like jam to one of their songs and stuff, but I'm not going to download the bitch. I'm not going to play their music videos on YouTube or anything like that. Solante gave us a full like Taylor Swiftie concert right there in her fucking kitchen while these songs were playing on the TV. Like I said, I don't know what sister he was, but he definitely was a sister. And we had a good time. But that was a Sunday. And even though I found my hard appreciation for a Friday, I think I needed to stick it to a Friday and Saturday, because doing that on a Sunday, having to wake up and go to my job where I work with 50 million children is a lot. I wasn't used to the dark liquor. I wasn't used to the beer. I wasn't used to all the other shit I probably ate and drank and everything like that. Also, I don't want you guys to interpret any of when I say whatever else I put in my body as like drugs, because I do not do drugs. I've never tried drugs, even though I know it probably amp my personality and give me a good fucking time. No way. I'm not down for that shit. I have an addictive personality. I get addicted to salt. I get addicted to everything for like a week. Every week is a new fucking addiction. And if I were to put some illegal shit in my body, shit would go downhill quick. Not about it. No. I may like to party a little hard and stuff like that, but I'm still kind of, what's it called? What's that word called when you're like, you're not fancy, but you're not like the ghetto cousin either? What are you? Oh, I guess I'm more like conservative a little bit. I know. Weird. Anyways, we're just going to stop that conversation because that's weird to even talk about. But, yeah, so we had fun, but the next morning we both woke up kind of sick. My stomach was all sour. I had like major anxiety because that's what beer does to me when I drink too much. And I was like, bitch, it's Monday and you have to go to work and you have to like live real life again until this next upcoming Friday. And I wasn't feeling it. It did go away when I did get to work and like handling all the kids and everything, and they're funny and they make you laugh and blah, 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 bring your energy back up. But yeah, we hate Mondays. We love Fridays. Saturdays, your second choice, but Fridays are great. Mondays are bullshit. So that's enough on that. Now that we have discovered that I am able to have every single weekend off without having to request it or call in or anything like that or quit my job, we decided that we were going to be traveling more, even though we do already. It just feels right now. So we ended up going to San Francisco last weekend. We decided that we wanted to go to the Fan Fest. We didn't just decide on a whim. It was planned for maybe 3 months in advance. But shit, time flies, because we were like, oh yeah, we got 3 months and we're going to Fan Fest. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, we're like, oh shoot, we have to be up early tomorrow because we're going to San Francisco. That was a bust because we did not go to bed early. I think I got 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep, woke up at 5 a.m. to get ready. Zalante was already feeling sick all kind of that week. Not sick, but his body hurt. His stomach has been sour. He was having migraines. So we were great. But we weren't going to let that stop us. We were we're going. So we went anyways. One amazing thing that happened before we even left the fucking city was that Zalante was like, I'll drive. What? You're gonna drive me? Okay. Because I have never been able to go on a trip and have somebody be like, oh, I'll drive, it's fine. I always drive. And even though I don't mind driving, sometimes I just want to sit back and not have to worry about it. So I was pretty excited about that. And I was like, cool, maybe I'll even fall asleep and get another 30 minutes or something, because I'm not a car sleeper. But no, that dream was crushed instantly, because after an hour of driving, it takes 3 hours to get there. After an hour of driving, he pulled over and was like, I don't feel good. Can you take over? Motherfucker. I almost literally just opened up his door and shoved him out of the driver's seat into oncoming traffic, because I was so excited that I wasn't going to have to drive, and here I was, having to drive. So I was like, sure, that seat better lean back and you better pass the fuck out, because you're not going to be awake in my passenger seat, not this time. So I ended up driving there. The drive is actually not bad, but it's so fucking boring because it's straight shot of just country road. But I mean, I'm sure it could be worse. So finally we got to San Francisco. We went to the stadium. There was actually not one single person there, which was crazy, because he was like, we have to leave at 5 a.m. because the line's going to be through the fucking town. And we got there and I was like, wow, so many people. Are you sure it wasn't canceled, honey buns? But literally 5 seconds later, all the people started arriving, and so we were like, oh shit, get in line. So we were right at the entrance of the gate and everything, which was fun. The line got backed up all the way around the building, and I was like, come on guys, calm down. It's just baseball. And there wasn't even any hot dog stands or anything, so I didn't understand why everybody wanted to be there that early. But we still had a good time. We got to oh my god, the gingers. I know Giants color is orange, but gingers should be excluded from that invitation because they are everywhere. Even the little ones, and they don't even know what they have coming for them yet. Those poor things. I was everybody brought their dog. That's what it looked like to me. And then we had this homeless man who jumped the gate and was sitting on the floor shaving his face with a dry disposable razor, and then he started singing take me to the ball game, or take me out to this ball game, or win the ball game, whatever the fuck that song is. And the little ginger boy was sitting right in front of him. He had AirPods in, he was trying to be a human for a split second, and didn't even know the homeless man was sitting next to him, and was just singing. And once the little fucker realized that the homeless man was right behind him, he jumped up and kind of scooted away laughing because he thought it was funny. I was like, homeboy, you almost got taketh by this homeless man and a razor. You would think when you see an old dirty homeless man with no teeth and he has a razor in his hand next to your ginger child, you would probably want to, like, get your child and protect them. But no, they left that fucker there like they were like, that's a ginger. Take him. Please take him and cut him a couple times. And nobody saved him. But nothing happened either, so I guess we're good. Yeah, we got into the stadium. The stadium's actually, it's pretty big, but it's not as big as I thought. I didn't know what to expect because me also being at a, like, sports stadium was weird. I know we were going to the Giants, and I knew in my head, I tried to, like, instill it in my brain that I was going to see the Giants, but for some reason, every single time I talked about them, I called them the Dodgers. I kept saying, oh yeah, we're going to the Fan Fest. We're going to go see the Dodgers. Oh, look at this Dodger jersey that I'm going to wear. Nothing that I had on was fucking Dodgers. Because I'm typically, I guess, like a Dodgers fan. I don't know why. I just am. But I kept calling the Giants Dodgers. And I was like, oh my God. If I'm at the Giants stadium and somebody hears me even mutter the words Dodgers, they're going to kick me in the fucking back. And I had to, like, get it together. So finally I realized where I was. And it was pretty fun. I got some little, like, we got, like, a mystery bag because they're, like, screaming at the top of their lungs, like, hi, mystery bag. And so we were like, okay. So we did. We also promised Samuel that we were going to bring him something back for his birthday because he likes the Giants too. So we did that. And then we got over it. I mean, it got a little warm. Kids are running around everywhere. The disabled people, like, fucking tried it because, you know, they don't get a day off. They're disabled, like, forever. And they knew they were going to go to the stadium and have fucking stairs galore and all that shit. And they still did. And Zalante is, like, prancing. He has, like, 10 feet long legs. So he's, like, prancing through all the little seats and everything like that, jumping over. And here I am with my stubby little legs, like, hold on, wait for me. And then these fucking scooter bitches get in front of me. And they're just, like, you know, gliding by. And I'm like, bruh, come on. Are you serious right now? Like, I'm about to pop your fucking tire. Like, who brought you here? And so Zalante, like, left me behind. But I eventually caught up with him after, in my brain, thinking of 10 million different ways I can get the disabled fucks out of the stadium. And then you get the people that are just, like, standing there and they're trying to sell you stuff. And I'm like, look, bitch, okay, I just walked a fucking mile behind this scooter bitch and you're still trying to sell me stuff. I got gingers all around me everywhere. Homeless man trying to, like, straight razor a kid. No fucking way. But then he was like, okay, we can leave now. So I was like, oh, I'm starving. There's no hot dogs here. What was the fucking point to coming? So yeah, so then we were like, oh, well, we got to go look for our room because we hadn't been there yet and we had to check in. So we went to the hotel. It was like Hotel Grant or Grant Hotel or something like that. Something Grant, like, hey, Grant. But it was, like, smack dab in the middle of Chinatown, which was so cool. I had never seen Chinatown before. A little ghetto for my liking, but that's where we stayed. So we went into the hotel, checked in. This guy barely could speak English. I mean, I guess I was in his territory. Not really, but whatever. So he gave us our room key, and then we're like, oh, let's take the elevator. So we got in the elevator. I mean, I know these fucking chinks are tiny as fuck, but bruh. And we were literally, like, chest to chest, and then the hotel sign says, fits 6. 6 of who? Okay, because I know y'all are tiny, but we're in America here, and we are not this tiny. 6 of us are not getting in this bitch. Because I know, like, I'm probably, like, 3 people. Zalante's, like, half of a person. So we had, like, 3.5 people in that elevator, and we barely fit. Yeah, it wasn't going to happen. And then he kept saying that it smells like Chinese people's breath, and I don't know what that smells like, but I didn't smell anything. So then we get up to the room, and everything else is fucking tiny, too. Zalante goes to lay on his bed, and his legs are hanging off the edge of the bed like a foot. And we were like, this was not made for us. Like, why did we come to Chinatown? What did we expect? They don't care. They don't give a shit about us. So, I mean, overall, it was a nice little hotel and everything, which was cool. But, I mean, like, can we, like, size it, like, American size it, please? Thank you. And then, too, so we get there, and we kept hearing these loud cracking. Like, it sounded like little gunshots. And then you can hear, like, sirens everywhere. So I'm like, oh, my God, somebody just got shot. Like, I want to see. And I couldn't see anything, but we kept hearing them, and we kept hearing people screaming, and I was like, somebody is shooting at these fucks downstairs, and nobody's doing anything. Sirens are everywhere, and everybody's just kind of, like, touring and looking around, like, is this normal in Chinatown? And turns out they weren't gunshots. There's these little, like, you know, those little things, it's like the rock popper things that you throw on the floor and they make like popping sounds. Yeah, so it was those. But Chinatown like quadrupleizes it. And they're so fucking loud, it sounds like gunshots. And it's just like a little tiny little thing you throw on the floor. So that was pretty cool. We bought some to bring home and we used them on Kaylin and she screamed. But, so it was funny. They were really cool though. Then we walked around for like 5 hours to look for something to eat because we didn't know what we wanted. And then we had to like actually go somewhere and look for something because we were in Chinatown. We weren't going to get anything but Chinese food and we didn't want that. Also, I didn't know how safe it was to eat it. I was like, so weird. We're in Chinatown and there's no strays. Just saying. There was no stray cats and no stray dogs. I was not about to eat in Chinatown. So yeah, we ended up eating at like some chicken place. Oh, while we were at this chicken place, okay, we ordered these 2 like scrumptious burgers, right? With fries and stuff like that. And we're like, we're going to be good in water. So we did. But then these 2 bitches like from another country were like there like visiting or whatever the fuck they were doing. But they called our order number, so I go up there, and these 2 bitches just grab our food and, like, kind of walk away and start eating it. And so I go up to the counter, and I'm like, oh, I'm here for this order. And he's like, they just took your order. In my head, I'm like, well, then go get it back. Like, what do you mean? Make me more. And it turns out they didn't even order the same thing that we did. So I was like, girl, you knew when you got to the table that that was not yours. You did not order that. Put it back. And then they didn't even finish it, which pissed me off because I was like, I could have had mine and yours, and you didn't even finish it. You just, like, threw it in the garbage. Anyways, I guess that's how they work in their country. Sorry, that stressed me out. I needed to take a drink of my steamy black coffee. Yeah, and then after that, we ended up finding, like, a local bar there, which the bartender was actually amazing. She looked like a little, like, Whoopi Goldberg, but almost like a character from a Tyler Perry movie. Super funny, super cool, super cute. So we had some drinks there, and then we were going to go out, but parking is redunk over there. Never going to happen. We should have Ubered. And then everything is a hill, so when I parked the car, I was like, this shit's going to roll down, like, in 0.5 seconds. My car's not made for this. Zalante, every time we drove, he was like, I'm on a roller coaster. And I was like, yeah, bitch, but on roller coasters, you don't die at the end. We're going to die. The next day, what did we do? Oh, the next day we went to Pier 39. That was fun. I hadn't been there since I was like 10. It was a good time. We had some seafood, we drank some beers, and we just like saw a little bit of the town. San Francisco, I want to say a good like 80% of it is ghetto. I don't know if they consider it ghetto over there, but for my eyeballs, it looked pretty ghetto. And everything smelled like pee, and there's construction everywhere. San Francisco, love you. Not a place that I would ever want to live in my life, but I would definitely come and visit every once in a while. As we all know, I'm more of just like an LA person. I think it's cleaner. It's bigger. The streets are more flat. It's more my type. So yeah, but overall that was fun. That was my first fan fest. I got to see everything and learn a little bit. It was pretty cool. Now I know they're not the Dodgers, so I learned something new. And then we had to come back. But like I said, my weeks have been going good. I started a new job. St. Patrick's Day. I already told you guys what I did on St. Patrick's Day. Fucked myself up internally. So Easter's next weekend. And let me tell you, I have never really hosted like a holiday at my house. I mean, I come from like a divided family. So I always did like, oh, let me stop at my mom's, let me stop at my grandma's, or let me stop at my dad's, and let me, kind of like make my rounds. So this year I was like, no, it's not for me. So I decided to like start a huge group chat with like both sides of my family. And I was like, yo, Bucks, if you guys want to see me on Easter, everybody should just get together at my house and we should do like potluck style, maybe get a bounce house for the kids. Just 1 second. Sorry, my dogs were like barking up a fucking storm, so I had to go out there and say, anyways. So yeah, so I did a group chat with both sides of my family, and I was like, if you bitches want to see me on Easter, then we should all get together at my house and do just like a big old family barbecue. My house is not gigantic, and my family is gigantic, not like by number count, but by width of their bodies. And so I was like, nobody inside my house. We're just going to do the thing in the backyard, put some bitches on the grill, and everybody potluck style. Let's just hang out back. Everybody bring your own chairs because I don't think about myself. And yeah, we'll just have a good time. It started with like 15 to 20, and then now everybody's bringing like a +3, so including their children. So the guest list is getting kind of big. I didn't know 2 of my sisters had beef at the moment. So they're both kind of like, if she's there, I'm not going. If she's there, I'm not going. And I was like, okay, then don't. I don't give a fuck. But then they both turned around and was like, well, why should I have to stay home? I don't know, bitch. You got the invitation. Figure it out. That's a you problem. I just live here. So that'll be fun. I'm actually really excited because it's been a very long time. Well, actually, I've never been able to get both sides of my family together since like my first birthday party. And both both sides of my grandparents will be there. My siblings will be there. They'll all be there and I'll have a good time. The weather's been beautiful, so we're not going to be like dying in the heat but freezing outside. We will get bit by mosquitoes, but hopefully somebody catches West Nile, population control. So that's really all that I have planned for right now. We are going to go see my friend Laura. Shout out to Laura. We're going to go see her in Pennsylvania next month, so I'm so excited for that. Had such an amazing time last time I went to go see her down there, which I had planned to do for spring break, but with leap year, spring break is like a year early. I don't know why. And so turns out spring break is like next week and I'm not going till like April, whatever, but I'm still going and I want to have fun. I can't wait. Till then, I've just been like relaxing a little bit. I haven't been going out to the bars too much because, drama. I'm tired of it. I don't like the drama that people have at the bars. Same people, same music, same DJ, same beers, same bartenders. It's literally like a repetitive weekend every time you go. Just not something that I'm looking forward to anymore. So yeah, that's why we want to start traveling. So now I feel like a lot of my podcast episodes are going to be about like my travels, which is pretty cool because then everybody gets to hear like different stories. As you guys can tell, I did not have guests this week. Even though Zalante loves the podcast, I think he gets a little mic shy. And a lot of my friends act like they go to work for a few hours and then are like, oh my God, I'm so tired and I just can't. I don't have the time. I'm like, bitch, please. I party 24/7, work 24/7, full-time student 24/7, podcast, and then you're going to tell me you don't have time? Bitch, bye. Anyways, yeah, so that's about it. I can't wait for all these holidays. I don't know why my favorite holiday is 4th of July. I'm so excited for 4th of July because I just love that you can sit outside even though you die in the heat here with like 180-degree weather. But hot dogs, yum. Extra mayo, and that's all I want. I mean, it's the only thing I like. Hot dogs and hamburgers on the barbecue. Like, every time I get invited to a barbecue, they're like, we're going to barbecue, come over. And I'm like, are you making hamburgers? No. Then I just hang up. Like, don't invite me to a barbecue if you're not going to have patties. Like, for reals. Or even just let me know in advance and I'll get shit together and I'll show up with some patties. I'll cook them myself. I'll cook them at home and then take them. Not a problem. But for the record, if any of my friends are listening to this, which I know they don't, because the closest people to you don't support shit, but if you're going to invite me to a barbecue, just anybody in the world, send an invite. But don't, unless there's going to be patties on the grill. Just hamburger patties. There's no such thing as barbecue without a hamburger. And we'll take a moment of silence for that. You know what's funny is that I'm sitting, where I'm recording right now is like kind of in my kitchen, so I'm looking out like my back window. And the grass is like half mowed. Let me tell you what happened. So I had this yard man. His name was Bell, I think. I don't know. He didn't speak English, so I just, whatever I could gather from the mumbling he did, I put together. And I think his name was Bell. Hi, Bell. But he can't understand me. But he was like going around door to door knocking and asking if he could do yards. So I was like, oh, for sure. Like, I don't like to do it myself, and I have a lawnmower if you need it. So he started doing my yard every week or every other week. And then I started sending him like to my friend's house. He was doing my friend's house and everything like that. So he was making money. And then, like behind my house, kind of like there's like a ghetto apartment complex. So in the apartment complex, there was a shooting and they were coming to people's backyards to like look to see if they could find like gun shell casings or whatever they were looking for, a dead body. I don't know. It was like good fucking luck because my grass is hella high. But Belle was coming. Like, he was coming to save the world. So he started cutting the grass, and the cops went to the backyard to, like, go, like, search for whatever the fuck they were looking for. And I don't know if Belle was illegal or what the fuck, or if he had a warrant. I don't know, but the cops went to the backyard, and they started, like, doing their little search in the grass, and Belle panicked, shut everything off, and just, like, booked it out of my backyard. Never came back. Then found out he went to my friend's house that I sent him to, started doing her yard, but then she's bilingual, so they can communicate. And he was, like, telling her that I was going to jail, and that the cops were at my house, and all this crazy shit. So then she calls me panicking, and I'm like, bitch, I just came to work. Like, I'm not in jail. And so I think he got scared of the cops, but he never returned, blocked my number, everything. So, yeah, he stopped doing my yard. So then I had hired some mutual people that I know from, like, mutual friends and stuff like that to do my yard. And they were never in town. Like, they were in Mexico for, like, ever. And they'll be, like, charging me $1,000 for my yard. And I'm like, bruh, you weren't even here. You were in Mexico. And so then I was like, no, thank you. I'll figure it out. So then we borrowed my sister's lawnmower because Belle ran off with mine when he took off. I guess he thought I was going to jail so he can have my lawnmower. So we borrowed my sister's lawnmower, and it ran out of gas. Zalante was doing the yard, he did the front, he did like half of the back, and it ran out of gas. So that's our project for the week, because now everybody's coming for Easter. So everybody's coming for Easter, and so I need to finish mowing the lawn. Or we can just have like a 5x4 square footage of Easter egg hunt in that patch, but I don't think so. So that's what we're going to do this week. I'm going to spring clean my house. I'm going to get the yard back together. My dogs are going to get shaved and bathed. I'm going to go through the garage. I tried to rent like a bucket thing, for like from the city where they can come and like you can dump all your extra large trash. They wanted like $500 for just like a little container just to come drop off, pick up. And I was like, no, I have like 4 things. Like, no thanks. I'll go throw them like in a field or something. Which I still can't do because I don't have a truck to do that, which is why I needed them. It looks like I'm not spring cleaning my garage. Yay me. But that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on and what I did and what's coming up. And I'm excited. I might set up everything so my family can like talk on the podcast for a little bit. You know what? I think I am going to. We're going to do a little Easter episode for Easter Sunday. I'll get all my family on here and we'll kind of do a little chit chat about what's been going on. Last time I tried to do that, everybody was too shy, and I'm like, y'all bitches talk like no other. Get the fuck on the mic and let's go. But I'll post some fun pictures, and I can't wait for the rest of the year. I'm actually happy now. That's cool. Yeah, I'm actually very happy. I love my job. I love my relationship. My family is fun. Things are coming together. And I've lost like 10 pounds. Like, what? So look at me growing up. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready for my day. I'm going to slam this coffee like it's a wet White Claw. And I will post the episode next week, and y'all can join me for some late Easter fun. Go ahead and go to the Sipsies Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, just everything. Sipsies is out on all music outlets. So go ahead and follow the show. Download all the episodes, and then rate and review. I would love if you guys can write a review, because then I can see exactly what's going on. I have right now like a 4.9 or 4.8 rating. So that one bitch out there that didn't give me a 5, I don't know, but do it. So yeah, write a review, rate it, follow, download, all that bullshit. And I will talk to you guys next week. Happy Easter, y'all.